Welcome everyone to Scraplift Saturday with Helen. You can see the inspiration piece for this week. It's got a bit of a Christmas theme to it and a little bit of banner and bauble. So I went looking for a layout to Scraplift that had hanging baubles or hanging things on it, and I found this layout with full of hearts. I'd say it's a pretty old layout. I couldn't find who created it. I found it on Pinterest and there was a link to scrapbook.com. Followed that link and the image had been removed. So if you were the creator of this layout, thank you for my inspiration. Having said that, the layout that I created at the end actually looks nothing like that original layout, but I got the idea for it. Anyway, you can see I put some gesso onto this really old piece of patterned paper. It was from Making Memories, the Fa La La range, which goodness knows how many years ago that was out. And then I used some Lindy Stamp Gang spray in Ponderosa Pines Olive and the packaging technique and spread it around. Then I added some brown cardstock and some washi tape to make a shelf, really, at the top of my page. And then you can see I used a die and cut out 4 of these little banners, Christmas hanging things, and I had this great idea of painting them or colouring them in. So I used some distress ink and painted them on, and then I decided to colour in, and then the more I coloured, the more I added. I also got out some of my Zig glitter pens, and also this one now that you can see is one from the Copic. Well, it's not actually Copic, I tell a lie, but I store it with my Copics because that's what I brought it for originally. It was a speaker pen. And then I pulled out my snowflake paste to add to the top of those little Christmas stockings. I also used a bauble die on my Sizzix machine. Oh, it's getting late doing this voiceover. On my silhouette machine, and cut out some baubles. Man, it is late. I wanted to paint them up, so I used some of the Silks acrylic glaze and African jade and silver bells, and you can see I'm putting them together. So I'm going awfully fast. Wish it really scrapbooked this fast. It took me hours to do this layout. Anyway, these are 2 photos of my boys when they were about 12. We always play cricket on Christmas Day. Well, growing up I always did. And then we played it when we were younger. And then my dad passed away and we stopped playing it for a few years. But this was the first year back playing it, I think, from memory. Could be telling a lie there. Anyway, it was Christmas Day cricket outside my mum's house. As you can see, you always have to use the wheelie bin for the stumps. Anyway, I decided to hang the big baubles either side of the photos. And you can see I'm fiddling around. I've put the photo up on some fun foam to give it some dimension. And that bauble on the left-hand side, I put some fun foam behind it as well. So that bauble, the big bauble on the right-hand side, is really flat. And I couldn't get it under, so I cut it. And I don't know if you can really notice it, but I didn't cut it that well and position it that well. So I come up with a solution later to fix that up. Here is this next bauble, and I'm hanging that. I'm using some gold thread that I brought from Spotlight, which is a, craft store here in Australia. So I'm kind of mixing gold and silver in this layout. But I figure, I don't know about you, but my Christmas tree at certain times has gold and silver on it. Well, not now that the boys are older and not interested in the tree. I do more of a themed one, but especially when they were younger, used to have all sorts of colours over it. Here you can see I've hung that garland, Christmas garland, at the top of the page. The idea was that wood grain was the wooden shelf and I was hanging it on there. And now you can see, oops, I've jumped ahead a little bit. I've added some stickers from a really old jelly bean soup range from about 2012, just to cover up my bad cutting of that big bauble. Oh, and title, and some Heidi swap colour shine in gold, and that's it. Really quick. Well, took a long time to do it, but a quick video for you today. Hope you've enjoyed it and you found some inspiration. Take care. See you later.